1 year. 1 year I've spent here and I haven't seen a human soul.
I'm Brian McShane, adventure extraordinaire. As you know, I'm addicted to survival, but I desperately need some help right now. This time, I'm in the same place that you saw me the last time that you saw me. Please, if you see this message, inform my mother and probation officer of my whereabouts. With that being said, let's make like an anchovy and take ourselves off this godforsaken mitten-shaped menu. But for now, all that I know is...
It's fucking hot. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Oh. It's kind of a workout, little guy. Drop goes the anchor. I think I'm gonna go back for secondsies.
But much to the meal's discredit, I never ever went back for secondsies. Maybe I'll find better fortune in the forest.
So let me give you the breakdown. About 1 year ago, more like 11 months or so, watch it. It was an adventure. It's where we last left off. I came back through here. This is sort of where I started. And then I was trying to go to my end destination where I was supposed to meet up with the rest of the crew and get lifted out of this hell. Well, I never made that deadline. And then my satellite phone ran out of gas. From there, I tried to follow the first rule of survival, to be rescued, stay put. Well, a year of waiting is a little bit too much for me. My feet, they feel great. My knees, strong. My legs, ready to pounce out of here. There's no room for a man like me around here.
My first task lay before me is to conquer this towering vertical landmass. I must ascend this ascension, which as an expert mountaineer and former Yosemite climbing guide should be no problem for me, as I have the sure-footedness of a Nepalese mountain goat and the grip like a mature adult sloth. This should be child's play, but for some reason I'm beginning to get the chillies and the willies from scaling all these hillies.
I'm stuck! I need someone to help me. Well, that was easy. Anyways, we're just gonna move down the river here. It's the way we came in, where we went out when we first came in. So it's the way back in, out, back into out. Yeah.
All this talk of the good old in out has got me a little bit parched. I could use some
water. Well, I was very excited for the adventure at hand and I'm really carried away. I just went down the thing, I just tried so hard to get up. I'm gonna roll with it. This river's flowing pretty well and it's moving west towards the greatest lake of them all.
Which is, of course, the Great Lake of Michigan. And as the sun sets in the west, its gravity probably strips the waters of all the bad things. Well, probably. And with my newfound logic, I decide that it's safe for me to take a bath.
I take a bath in E. coli and piss right now. I've been so sweaty and hot. That long on the sand. And I have pretty fair skin, but I've got nothing with SPF rating anything. I've like fried and then gone back like a phoenix, born and reborn and death or something. I don't really know too much about the phoenix story, but I feel like one, and that's what's important.
And it's important for me to roll with my gut instincts. This day has dragged on for far too long for me to remain here. I can survey a forest ahead, of which countless bounties I can only dream of lying within. I find myself eastbound and down, striving for an adventure.
Come right from a forest, and you get this huge, overkept fern field, and then straight into a black forest of pine.
But I've forgotten that once you go black forest, they don't come back for us. But for now, it's time to make home.
Without shelter for the night, who knows if I'll actually see tomorrow. You know, these things, they really aren't that comfortable. But after you spent one night in them, all your friends might think you're kind of cool.
And I borrowed this technique from the legalized the Weed Tree tribe from the Ohio River Basin. They enjoy this technique because it's simple and easy.
This ain't no silly Posturepedic nor a Tempur-pedic. It's Viking-pedic. I don't know if I'm too high or if the trees are too high, but these trees are a little too high to go and collect pine boughs off of. And I just feel a little bit bad after taking these small ones.
Though I have some sentiment with these little green grasses, for without them I would fall vulnerable to the elements. And although not native to these lands, I cannot risk being seen by the invasive Middle Eastern feathered flying toad, known only by the natives as simply the ribbit kala kala.
Now I'm gonna try blind man's grub hunt. Gold seekers in Western culture develop this game while drinking. Essentially, you shut your eyes, you swing a blade, and you try and find grub. Yeah. Maybe I can go up a little bit. Let's see. Whoa. Zero food, zero game, zero vegetation. Fire's out and the sun's going down. It's too moist down here to make another one, but it may rain, so I'm just glad I have a nice strong structure.
It seems that this shelter proves no match for even the slightest touch of my wushu tai chi kicking foot.
Dude!
With my shelter ending in utter failure, I've decided to spend tonight with the rest of the crew at the Holiday Inn Express. After hitting the bagel bar in the morning, I'll be off and at it again.
Kind of wandered into a clearing here, so I'm going to make a signal that they can see from the skies above that I'm in danger. After over 1,000 years of flying experience in a sea piper over the Mediterranean, I've encountered dozens of SOS signals drawn from below to be seen from the above. Typically an SOS. Some see them and stop, mostly we don't. But I've never known a pilot to say no to the tite.
And I know what you're thinking. What about all the female pilots? Who wrote all this? We all know that women can't fly planes. Well, except for Amelia Earhart, but we all know what happened to her.
Just limbering up in the trees, using the limbs to limber, you know. The great tracker, Chief Longknees, once told me, just take a look at this, I'll show you.
Longknees belonged to the Bangmore tribe and were unmatched in the navigation and hunting skills. During my time with these people, I learned incredible things, like how to find true north based on the moss growth on the trunks of trees.
So, I know that humans are going to be this way. Got the moss going on this side, but look at here. Got it on this side too. So, would you look at that? All the way around. Well, after studying this game trail here, it's totally evident that we've got some deer coming through. So, I'm going to employ my knowledge. I'm going to catch deer the best way, the only way, with my own hands, my own clever instincts. This isn't working how I had planned, but if I just keep into character, finish where I started. Blast in my mouth! Not ready for this! So my traditional methods of capturing a doe, buck, or anything else of that nature have been come to a screeching halt. And I resolved to a little bit more of a modern method. Make a pitfall. It's heavy, pinned up, so when they come by and they trample, falls on them, catches them nice and easy. Maybe a field mouse, hoping for maybe a rabbit, but we'll see. We can only take what the forest provides. The woods are just massive here. You go on for acres and acres and miles and miles. It's like every time you come around the corner, it looks like a clearing. Just ferns and trees the whole way around. What was that? Birds. Wish I had my own set of wings to fly out of here. Looks like one of my traps has worked. It's been engaged, but I'm not sure by what. So be very quiet, very cautious as we move up. I'm not sure if whatever we got is still alive or even what it is. Stand back. What is this? It's a note. It's folded up like a little girl did it in the 7th grade. Thanks for second breakfast. Now go eat a dick. Bear Grylls. Am I mad? Oh yes, I'm mad. It's the 3rd meal I've had stolen from me in the last 2 months. It's like he almost plays games with me. But this game's on me tonight. So I brought a ginormous gummy bear, just in case this happened. Not only do I get a treat, my real meal stolen, but I get to spite the prick anyways.
I couldn't catch a bunny, so now I've got this yummy gummy going in my tummy. Yummy gummy in my tummy. Yummy gummy in my tummy.
That's the sweet taste of raspberry strawberry blend of success.
I thought this was a great reward to a long day, and that soon I would need to find a shelter and dig in for the night. But then my ranger ears hear what they've been trained to listen for.
I'm fairly certain I've heard a vehicle. I'm gonna try and jump on. Can't let this get away. Stop! Stop! Is that stopping? Quick! Get the camera gear inside! Save yourself! Until next time! I'm Brian the Adventurer! Fuck it, I've got Gatorade. Got sand up my ass. Pretty familiar. This is the build of a master engineer, the wood beaver. This is Mario and Luigi's lair. In fact, peat moss was used by the Vikings in the 1600s all the way until, well, when they weren't around anymore. I'll be rain and bug free. In 2003. It rhymed. Yes, please.